pictures of the tsunami wave. This is in the Miyagi province, which is northeast of Tokyo.
What would you immediately think of if I were to ask you, what is a tsunami? Would you think of the more recent major tsunamis over in Asia, or more specifically Japan? I'm sure you remember hearing about the tsunami in Japan a few years ago. This specific tsunami hit Sendai, Japan, as well as at least 20 other countries in 2011. The tsunami was caused by a massive earthquake off the coast of Tohoku. This 2011 earthquake off the Pacific coast of Tohoku, also known as the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, had a magnitude of 9.0 under the sea, making it one of the most powerful and devastating tsunamis within the last decade. This single tsunami obliterated tens of thousands of buildings, devouring almost anything in its path, and caused widespread devastation, with an official count of around 20,000 people confirmed to be killed or missing. On top of this, at least 500,000 people were made homeless from the event. Tsunamis are one of the most destructive events triggered by Mother Nature on our green Earth. Tsunami wave trains can move as fast as an airplane in the high seas. These extremely powerful tidal waves are truly capable of crushing anything found in their path. The deadliest tsunamis have, in most cases, formed in response to something such as powerful seaquakes, earthquakes, underwater explosions, and volcanic eruptions.
The video that you'll be looking at is large magma bubbles are about 3 feet across, and the bubbles are molten rock that are expanded under the gas pressure of magmatic gas. And the magmatic gas, we presume, is mostly water.
But what can be done about these devastating events? Unfortunately, at this time there is no way to actively prevent a tsunami, but there can certainly be preparations in place for them. Although a tsunami cannot be prevented, the effect of a tsunami can be reduced through community preparedness, timely warnings, and effective response. But fortunately, we are at a time where our society is able to bring the full force of scientific and technological advances to reduce the number of human tragedies and economic losses due to natural disasters such as tsunamis. Even so, we still must take an integrated and diverse approach to disaster reduction. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, is leading the world in providing tsunami observations and research. Through innovative programs, NOAA is helping coastal communities prepare for possible tsunamis to save lives and protect property. At this current time, they have specialized buoys that detect seaquakes and possible tsunamis in order to warn coastal communities. Other than researching tsunamis for future ways of prevention, all they can do currently is come up with effective ways to warn communities as far ahead of the event as possible to minimize deaths through evacuation, as well as other things. Perhaps in the future, there may be more that can be done to directly prevent them. As I mentioned before, when tsunami activity is detected, NOAA issues a tsunami watch, a tsunami warning, and information bulletins to appropriate emergency officials and the general public by a variety of communication methods. The warning includes predicted tsunami arrival times at selected coastal communities with the geographic area defined by the maximum distance the tsunami could travel in a few hours. Generally, these destructive events can be detected several hours before they happen, thanks to things such as the innovative detection buoys I mentioned earlier. But even then, there's almost nothing that can be done in that amount of time other than evacuate populations. If a significant tsunami is detected, the tsunami warning could be extended to an entire basin. This, as you can imagine, would affect several countries or even nations at a scale large enough. I'm sure in the future there may be more ways to reduce the devastating effects of tsunamis, and for a mainly coastal nation, there could have been much better preparations in place for the 2011 tsunami. There was a lot to be learned from Japan's multi-disastrous events in 2011. Thanks for watching.